Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come With Me, Dry Bry. Well, I've just seen I watched the whole Sheffield United game where it finished very disappointingly, Hull 1, Sheffield United 0, and it just really frustrating when they fought so hard to try and get the equaliser. They got the break when Danny Ings were brought down, and Burrows stepped up and missed the penalty. I thought the goalkeeper got it right. He stood to one side of his goal on the right where Burrows normally puts him. He left a big gap on the opposite side, but Burrows chose to go to his normal place and he pulled off a comfortable save. It was a bad miss by Burrows. It's really tough when you've done all the hard work to get back into the game. I thought the Blaze deserved a point today. I didn't think they played badly, to be honest with you. It's just frustrating that we just don't create enough going forward. And we huffed and we puffed and we tried really hard to get the equaliser, which I thought we deserved. But when you're at bottom and it's not going for you, it's just not going for you. But you've got to take your chances. And if you don't take them, that's what happens. And I can tell you in that dressing room, they'll be absolutely gutted they didn't get nothing out of that game today. Chris Wilder made 2 changes. I thought they were about right. I thought Burrows should have definitely needed a rest, and he brought McCallum in, and he made the change from Davies and brought Matos in. The team was Coops, Tanganga, McGuinness, me, Ogbeni, Peck, Matos, McCallum, O'Hare, Hamer and Campbell, and the subs Davies, Burrows, Bindon, Samari, Sariki, Ings, Barry, Adam Davis and Cannon. Hull City started with all the ex-Blade players in John Egan, Lundstrom, Slater and Ollie McBurney. Lundstrom went off quite early in the game. He got injured after about 15 minutes, so he got replaced. Ollie McBurney was kept quiet for most of the game, and he was subbed late on in the game as well. John Egan was solid as he normally is at the back, and Slater played okay as well for Hull. I'm not taking nothing away from Hull, but I think they were there for taking today with Blades. I thought we started quite lively in the match. A good Hamer free kick went over the bar. Hamer hit the post as well from a half clearance from a corner. When Hull scored after about 29 minutes, we didn't panic, to be honest with you. Akintora score with a deflected shot off Ogbeni, which seemed to be going over. When the commentaries said you're on about appealing for a penalty, but honestly, it would never have been a penalty. But it was an even first half. Looking at the stats, it were 51% Hull, 49% Blades. There was nothing much in it. It was a bit of a scrappy game. There weren't much quality in game, if I'm honest. But it opened up in second half quite a bit. Forgive me for I wrote all these notes down, so just to try and keep on top of it all. There was a mistake by me after 52 minutes, which let McBurney in, who did really well. He nearly scored, but Cooks pulled off a great save, so that saved Benby's blushes on that occasion. The game opened up a little bit on 60 minutes. I thought we were trying as really hardest to get back into the game. The subs came after 60 minutes. Danny Ings came on. Peck went off. Davies came on. And O'Hare came off and Peck went off. Beg your pardon. Ings came on. Peck went off. And Davies came on. And O'Hare was subbed as well. Further subs on in 70 minutes. Burrows came on. Cannon came on. McCallum went off and Campbell went off. And in late on, after about 80 minutes, Louis Barry came on and Matos came off. But, after 80 odd minutes, just after that, there was a massive scramble in Hull box from a corner. How it kept out, I just don't know. But they did. They rode the luck, Hull City. They got away with it. And then Danny Ings were going down our left-hand side, clearly fouled, trod on his foot, penalty. Outstepped Harrison Burrows, and he missed it. And I'll tell you, it's, watching it, I'm thinking this is it. We deserved a point out at game. I really did. And then he, unfortunately, goalkeeper got it right, did his own work, down to his right-hand side, and Harrison Burrows missed it. I don't think he's playing. I'm not going to start slating him, Harrison Burrows. He's been lacking confidence for the past couple of weeks, in my opinion, and he was right to be swapped today. He's been off it. He got it wrong today, obviously. He'll be gutted in dressing room. Obviously, I've not seen... There's no Chris Wilder interviews come out yet, or after-match interviews with players and stuff like that, so I'm doing this straight after the game. But I must admit, I'm absolutely, totally disappointed and frustrated because it is coming. I can feel it. It's definitely coming. The confidence is returning. You can see it. They're playing with that bit of freedom and a bit more confidence. They made Hull work for it. But they just make hard work of it. They've got to get... If I'm going to criticise, we don't create enough and we don't shoot enough. I see, you see guys, I was on there, and the fans who go to the games away, they must get really frustrated with it. I just pull my hair out sometimes when I'm watching it, and I'm just shouting and screaming, shoot, but they play it backwards and sideways a lot, and we play it long ball a lot today, knocking ball down to Campbell to run on. I think they tried to put a one-on-one with Egan if they couldn't beat, because Campbell's got the pace. They could have done him for Egan for pace up top, but it never materialised. They always had two men covering that, and they defended it quite easily, if I'm honest. But they did try and swap it round a little bit. But when you're at bottom, nothing goes right for you, does it? Whatever you try to do, nothing seems to come off. But you can see it's coming, 100%. There's still work to do. Definitely lots of work to do. And I know Chris is going to be having them in over the next 2 weeks, international break. They're not going away. They're not doing anything. They'll probably have a day off on Monday or something like that and get back to work on Tuesday and start working on it. If I'm honest, I don't think Chris knows his best team yet. I really don't. I think he's got a problem in midfield. I think it'll be settled at back now with the three, with McGuinness, me and Tanganga at back. I think that's going to be the way forward, if I'm honest now. But the midfield is becoming a problem. They've got to keep Tom Davies fit. He looked lively when he come on again. You could tell he picked up the pace a little bit. But which is your best three? Is it Peck and Matos, Matos and Peck, or is it Davies and Matos, or Davies and Peck? I don't think he knows yet which is the best formation to play in there. Obviously he'll carry on playing O'Hare and Gus and Campbell up front. But I'm thinking if he can get Danny Ings a lot fitter, he's worth the start up front, or playing two up front with Campbell. I don't know what we're going to do with Tom Cannon. How are they going to fit him in? How do they want him to play? What service he requires? He brought Louis Barry on, and he did okay, then he frustrated, and that's why it's the inconsistency of Barry what's probably keeping him out of the side. He's got to do more, and there were occasionally, right at the end, when he got down outside and hit it over at bar, and he needed a quality cross into the box. And you've got to do that. You've got to get your proper crossers in. When you're in that position, nothing frustrates the fans and the players. If you're an attacker, you get the winger going out right and he skies it behind goal for a goal kick in the last few minutes. It does your head in. But it's very hard. I don't want to criticise them too much. I know it's hard and it's frustrating for everybody watching it, and they did all the hard work. They did everything but score today. When they did have the opportunity from the penalty, they missed it. So you can feel the frustration all the way. All the way through. I bet they're absolutely gutted in that dressing room that they didn't get something out of that game today. Hull weren't a great side, if I'm honest with you. I'm not taking anything away from them for the victory. fair dues. You know, to win games, you have to win games. To win games, you have to score goals. Keep it out at one end, which they did, and score at the other, which they did. And that's what it's all about. And Blades have got to find a way to create more going forward. Up the pace a little bit. It looked a bit slow and a bit laboured at times, but we need to make it quicker moving forward, and start opening them up and creating chance. What we did for the last 20 minutes in second half, we should be doing it for a lot more in the game, taking control of the game. I thought Hull were there at times to, they looked vulnerable. I thought they were there for taking at times. It's certainly in the last 20 minutes, and honestly, I am pretty much frustrated about it. I'm not downhearted. I thought the performance were better, but my God, when you are down at the bottom, everything goes against you, doesn't it? And you've got to score. You've got to take the opportunities when they score. If you watch the penalty, just have a look from behind goal where goalkeeper stood. He was stood to the right where Harrison puts the penalties anyway. He left a big gap on the left. Why Harrison decided to do what he did, only he can tell us that. But it is that. It's finished all 1, Blades 0. I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm sure you guys are as well. Obviously, we've got international break now. It'll give something for Chris Wilder and Alan Neil and staff to work on over the next couple of weeks. I don't know where we go from here with this at times. But Chris has got to find a solution to this, and Alan Neil. I think the confidence is looking a bit better. They played with a little bit more freedom, but it's got to be quicker, got to be faster, got to create more, we've got to shoot more, and take your chances. You've got to take your chances. If it I know you get a bit of luck, like Hull got a bit of luck with a goal today. I'm sure it could drop for us at some point, but I just like shake my head in disbelief. When I was watching it, I'm thinking, thank God we'd got to deserve the equaliser today, but it just didn't happen, did it? And I'm gutted, absolutely gutted. Another horrible weekend ahead, another defeat. But we've got to believe, and we've got to keep our chin up, we've got to keep fighting, we've got to hope that Chris gets this sorted out. I'm sure he will, and positive he will, but, it is what it is at the moment. We've just got to try and find a way and take your chances. Well, that's how it's finished today, guys. Please, put your comments in. As always, I'll reply to them all. Like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate all your comments and your hypes on the channel to keep us growing. It's I really enjoy doing it. I hate losing. I hate with a passion losing, and I hate doing these. I'd love to come on here and have a with a smiley face like at Oxford and say, yay, we won, we deserved something. No, we deserved a point today and all that, but it's not happening, is it? So I've got to keep persevering, and Blades have got to keep persevering as well, and hopefully it could turn in the near future. Okay, so thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll put something else on in the week, see what breaks during the international break, and we'll put a few things on and see what we can do. But thanks for watching. Honestly, I really appreciate it. I'm disappointed. I'm sure you are. But thanks for watching. Up the Blades, and try and have a good weekend.